Hey folks, it's time for another Rolling Stones review. This is a compilation called Flowers. Of course, this is very recognizable once you see that cover. These photos were from the UK aftermath. As you can tell, there is no pedals for Brian because I think it was Bill or something that had that idea of him not giving any pedals, sort of as a joke, if you will. Believe it or not, I do also have this on vinyl. This was my dad's uncle's and then gave it to him probably back in the day or whatever. This is the original vinyl on the London label. And of course, same thing on the back. On the classic London label, right? So this was only released in the UK. Anyways, let me go ahead and just... So it went number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. It was their 8th studio album. It was only released in North America. Went gold, so it did really, really well for itself. It was released June the 26th of 1967. Of course, the height of the Flower, the whole Summer of Love, you know what I mean? This was basically just a cash grab for audiences that, had gotten some of their already stuff that they had already had released. Like most of these songs were already released on previous albums, including their, before this album, it was Between the Buttons. People already had Ruby Tuesday, Let's Spend the Night Together. People already had Lady Jane already off of their, Got Live If You Want It, and then they also released it as a B-side on, I think it was either Mother's Little Helper or Painted Black, I want to say. I'm not sure which one. It's either those two songs. And of course, Mother's Little Helper, it was on the UK aftermath, but Lady Jane was also on Aftermath, here. So anyways, yeah, I just want to talk about the songs I already know. I already have it on my paper here. Songs I know and songs to actually talk about here, which is some of the songs from the different sessions, if you will, between 65, 66. So anyways, so first of all, let's go ahead and go through the track listing. So side 1 opens up with Ruby Tuesday, then it's Have You Seen Your Mother, Baby Standing in the Shadows, Let's Spend the Night Together, Lady Jane, Out of Time, and My Girl, which ends side 1. Side 2 starts off with Backstreet Girl, which is from the UK, Between the Buttons. Please go home. Mother's Little Helper, Take It or Leave It, Right On Baby, and Sitting on a Fence, which ends the album. So, got that out of the way. So Ruby Tuesday, already had covered this song already. It was a #1 hit back in February of 67. Have You Seen Your Mother, Baby Standing in the Shadow was #9. It was released September of 66. Haven't covered this one. I want to just shortly cover this. It's got the big horns, like the big brass, stuff, and that really heavy bass guitar, done by Bill, and then that guitar that really just shines in with, Have you seen your mother, baby, standing in the shadow? Had you had another baby, standing in the shadows? It's so cool. It's very upbeat. Everyone's just really just firing on all cylinders here. I think this was the only song that really featured a lot of that big brass. That was kind of it for them. They did have some horns, but, nothing like this where it's just so like in your, like, so out there. And the I really has like cool, it's really got like really cool like psychedelia effects in the song. This went to #9. And then of course, Let's Spend the Night Together. It was, the B-side of Ruby Tuesday. Went to number 55. Lady Jane. Not sure if it was Mother's Little Helper that was the A-side and Lady Jane the B-side, or Painted Black and Lady Jane. I just put it at #1 because I figured maybe it was the B-side of Painted Black. So, and then Mother's Little Helper went to #8. It was on the UK aftermath. It was the first track on side 1. I love this song. This is an upbeat folk song, if you will. I really love the kind of the intro that really just kicks right into like some really heavy lyrics, no more running for the shelter of your mother's little helper. Things are different today. I hear every mother say, mother needs something to help her to calm her down. It's really cool. I just love and then the Charlie's just cymbal, his drumming's really great. It's a great song. It's a great, perfect example of just a great Rolling Stone song. I always love Mother's Little Helper. My dad loves it, and of course, I'm pretty sure the first time he had heard this song was probably off of this. So, and then a little bit later, it was on the Hot Rocks, I believe, 1971. It was their other compilation. I think it was also on their the one that came out in '69. I'm not quite sure, but it was on the Hot Rocks compilation. So anyways, let's cover the songs that I kind of somewhat know, that I've been listening to. So we got My Girl. So I kind of okay. So let's talk about My Girl first. It was written by Smokey Robinson, classic Motown. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. And when it's cold outside, I got the month of May. Really memorable lyrics. I think their rendition is very good. Bill's got the bass packed, doom, 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 really cool. And then of course, it's their own spin to the song, and I like it. It's nothing memorable, but it's good. It was from the from May '65, the Satisfaction period there, sessions, and then you got Ride On Baby. This one's really good. I really like this one. This was from the this was done by a guy named I think it was a hit for this guy named Chris Farlow. He had an album called Art of Chris Farlow in October of '66. It only went to 31 in the UK. Right on, baby, now, right on. It's really cool. I love it. It's got the dulcimer. I think it was played by Brian Jones. It's got the big caveman feel by Charlie. Vibraphones were done by Brian, I believe. It's got the medieval upbeat kind of, style, psychedelia style to it. I think this was from the Aftermath sessions, I believe. I want to say it was from that time. And then I wrote on here, Auto Harp. I think I hear it a little bit. It was done by Keith. So yeah, this is a very memorable song. This would have been pretty well as a single, but this was during the Aftermath sessions. And here we go, another one from Aftermath, Sitting on a Fence. Twice as Much. Don't know who they are. Apparently they did a cover of this song back in May of '66. It definitely has that Aftermath, definitely for sure. Once you hear it, it's got that slow kind of, kind of like, some of their slower songs they did there, balladry, feel. It's got the pleasant acoustic by Keith, and tambourine by Charlie. This is a very nice, pleasant song. I mean, I know it doesn't go anywhere, and it's kind of just bare bones here, but it is very nice. I do like this song very much. And then you get Out of Time. This is from the UK Aftermath, if anybody knows. Intro sounds, it sounds like they're in a bathroom, like maybe in a hallway. It sounds very reverby. And I definitely like the xylophones done by, or vibraphones, whatever, by Brian Jones, I'm pretty sure. I call it, it's a very medium pop song, nice acoustics once again by Keith. It kind of shows up in the background a little bit during the bridge part there. There is an organ. I think that was done by, I don't know if that was Jack. I want to say it was Jack Nietzsche. I don't know. Yeah, I like this. It's a folk, folk up-tempo song, I think it gets to the points, nothing special, Then we got Backstreet Girl. This is a great song. This is from the UK, Between the Buttons. This is so so psychedelia, so, it's got that between the buttons sound a little bit. Acoustic intro by Keith. And you got accordion by this guy named Nick DeCaro. Never heard of him, but he does accordion on here. Mick Jagger does like that bossa nova, like that finger picking clippers or whatever, snaps. Vibraphone by Brian Jones. Harpsichord, beautiful harpsichord by Jack Nietzsche. He definitely has that pack for sure. It's very Baroque influence. Won't You Be My Backstreet Girl? It's got some really it's got some interesting lyrics, that really grabs into this song. It's like, whoa, like, you're just this backstreet girl, man, you're just this girl living in the shadows, unless there's some sort of, thing I need you for, but, you're just living in the shadows, And Mick, he people say he's misogynist, but, whatever. This is a great song. I mean, who cares? All right. Of course, this is from the UK, Between the Buttons. Here's another one, Please Go Home. This is definitely that boom, 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 boom. It's got that Bo Diddley. For sure at this point, as of now, or this point during this time, they definitely just have that Bo Diddley thing down. It's got the tremolo guitar like they had there in their earlier, when they were kind of doing all that kind of stuff, Probably by Brian Jones or Keith Richards. The vocal effects are cool, and it almost has like a distortion when it really just go home. It's like really cool. Caveman drums, of course, that Caveman did, Bo Diddley drumming, pattern or whatever. Crashing cymbal work by Charlie, great. And then towards the end, you get a little bit of that raunchy, muddy guitar by Keith. Really cool. It's a perfect example of a great, I added with psychedelia in it. Great song by them. Then you get Take It or Leave It. This was the Aftermath. This was on Aftermath, the UK version. Apparently the Searchers. I'm sorry, folks. The Searchers. Apparently they were kind of going in a decline until they came out with the Georgie Girl theme, for the movie, But anyways, I was kind of reading that this was kind of like their decline. They weren't really making as much hits. They released it only in the UK. I think it was released in some other countries, Netherlands, Australia. This went to number 31 on Pi Records. So, I never heard of their version. So anyways, it's out there. Brian plays the kodo instrument, kind of like that Japanese, whatever. I wrote on here medium tempo pop folk, for that time there. Nice, pleasant harpsichord by Jack. It's just your basic run-of-the-mill, just medium tempo, Baroque style, if you will. And that's it, folks. I think that's all I got to say about Flowers. I feel like it could have been a lot better. A couple months, maybe even a month after this album, they came out with that single. I think it was called Dandelion, and We Love You. Apparently, one of those songs had Paul McCartney in it. Paul and John, they sing background vocals. I think it was either Dandelion or We Love You. One of those songs had a music video, and it kind of represents their time when they were in court and all that. Because, this was at the time where they were struggling, Mick and Keith. I think they got released out of prison, I think, by August of '67. So a couple months after this album. But yeah, right after this, they came out with their Satanic Majesty's Request, and that's the album I'm going to be reviewing next. So Flowers, not bad of an album. It's just stuff that everybody, especially the bigger songs, but it's nice to Have You Seen Your Mother and Mothers Will Help Her. They have their own little, their package there. This does remind me a little bit but a little bit weaker side of yesterday and today. This definitely reminds me of yesterday and today a little bit. But, you know, yesterday and today is a lot better than this for sure. But anyways, folks, that's it. Till next time, take care, folks. Bye-bye.